Hello and happy Sunday. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Dishi. I'm a Transylvanian dentist, tattooer, muralist and entrepreneur who also happens to be a 37-year-old non-conventional college freshman. I just got back from the flea market and I actually blew a ton of money. I rarely go. I think I go every 3 months or so, and I'm very happy when I find some interesting stuff. We hardly got into the market and we already had some pretty good finds. I bought 8 CDs for the car, some jazz and blues compilations, jazz after dark, some Ella Fitzgerald, blues and soul, Amy Winehouse, such a good find. But actually my top finds were Gogol Bordello's Super Taranta, which is a mid-2000s release, so it's not really quite a rare find, but it's not something you can just pick up at the music store. And the other one is Tricky's Blowback, which is an early 2000s release, so this is not rare by any means, but also not something that they are going to throw after you in a CD store or a bookstore where you can also buy some music. So I was very happy and content with what I found. I also got some knickknacks and Pike bought 2 PlayStation 5 games. As of now, Sunday is going on chill. I'm also planning on baking a banana bread and maybe chill out for the rest of the day. So today's vlog is going to be more of a chatty one. I'm planning to give you guys an active vlog and then a chatty vlog every other week. The thing is that it is virtually impossible to me to film all the aspects of my life. I'm really quite bound with time, and sometimes, in all honesty, I just forget. But next week's vlog is going to be a really nice one because I'm going to film my whole week and we are going to have a very full week. But for today, all you got is some hopefully inspirational words. As you may know, or you will find out, I started college again this September and I'm documenting my life as an adult college student on YouTube, and we are done with our 4th week of college, starting the 5th tomorrow. It's crazy how fast time passed. Actually, we are going to soon finish our first module and our first exam session is quite around the corner. But now that I'm 4 weeks in, I already see the greater picture. I will be honest, these past weeks were absolutely exhausting. But as we progressed and advanced further, I totally lost my sense of regret and doubt. If you followed my journey so far, you know that I had some hesitations returning to college, and these were mostly based on my age. I really thought that I'm not going to be able to fit in because obviously 90% of my peers are younger students. I also thought that I'm not going to be able to fit classes, courses in my schedule, but I can fortunately say that all my anxieties have swept away, and right now I totally enjoy being there. I'm really interested in what we are studying. I'm already working on my license paper, which is going to be 2.5 years from now, but I'm very excited for that part and I'm actually going to do a very interesting research. We already took our first partial test and I got a 10, which is the highest grade that you can get in our system, so that was kind of a success. I am friends with a group of girls who actually think of me as their cool aunt, and I only got positive feedbacks from my professors so far, so I can say that all my life experience up to this point only added to my experience as a non-conventional college student. And I know that some of you are facing the same anxieties when it comes to going back to school. I know how older brains work, so we are actually going to doubt ourselves. We are going to come up with excuses just to not take the leap. But eventually, all you have to do is just try it out and decide for yourself if it is or if it is not for you. This is why I thought that I'm going to gather all my thoughts based on my experience so far on being an older student, and I'm going to tell you what I think that the perks are of being a mature, an adult person in a college setting. Disclaimer, this is only my personal opinion, so you may or you may not agree with me. Considering so far my experience, these are my 10 reasons why I think being an older college student actually is an advantage. So first and foremost, I think that you have a higher sense of purpose. When you are going to go back to college later in life, you are not going to do this because someone told you to do it or someone pushed you to do it. You are not going to do it because this is socially expected of you. You are actually doing it for you. This is your choice. Back in the day, even though I didn't quite know what I want to become when I'm going to be older, I did go to college because of my parents' pressure and because this was the social norm that was expected after finishing high school. And in these cases, I think you are more limited in what you are going to do or how you are going to experience college, because there is a constant pressure on you not to disappoint the people who surround you. Eventually, the expectations of other people, maybe your parents, maybe your grandparents, or the entire society, are high. But when you are older, nobody is expecting you to go to college. I mean, this is not something that has a deadline, like an age deadline, I think, but nobody is looking weird at you if you are 35 years old and you didn't go to college. I mean, you have your life, you do your stuff. So being an older person in this kind of setting is going to push you on this road with more life experience. You lived enough to know what feels meaningful and what doesn't, and that kind of clarity gives you edge and wisdom. You don't have these when you are a 17, 18-year-old kid. Obviously, the obligation factor is missing, so you are going to approach your studies with intention, and trust me, that energy is contagious. Knowing what you want in life and actually practicing everything to get to your goals is inspiring, and before it is anything else, it's real. My second reason is the fact that you can focus better. I know that this may sound a bit paradoxical, but trust me, your focus will be more improved as an adult facing your younger peers, because you already experienced all the distractions that come with young adulthood, like parties, uncertainty, all these type of social pressures, and you hopefully outgrown them and they are not anymore your cup of tea. So obviously you can concentrate better because you value first and foremost your time more. Every step that you are taking towards your goal, like every lesson, every course, every practical, every early morning, is going to be a real step forward to something that you really, really want and you chose to do. It's not going to be just another grade, or it's not going to be just a mandatory presence, what is expected of you. You chose to be there for your growth, and you are going to focus more because you know what your main goal with this additional degree is. My third reason is one that I can endlessly repeat. This is life experience, which adds perspective to what you are doing now. When you worked, you lived on your own and you had adult responsibilities and you faced challenges in life. Obviously, everything that you are going to study will connect with you differently. Concepts are not going to be abstract anymore, so you are going to be able to filter information way better than you would have done it if you were a young adult. These concepts will tie into real life situations, and you are going to obviously search for their meaning in the future job or in the future degree that you are going to obtain out of this college setting. You understand the fact that whatever you learn is going to be important for you at some point if you want to accommodate in this job field, or maybe is going to be important adding value to the job that you already have. And actually this is the perspective that is going to help you grasp the ideas faster and smarter, and this will definitely put you in a stronger position in front of your professors and peers. My fourth reason is confidence in communicating, which you obviously have as an adult. You had to deal with bosses, clients, colleagues, significant others. Maybe you even raised or raise kids, or you managed the household. So standing up for yourself, or talking to your colleagues, or talking to professors, or maybe giving a presentation doesn't rattle you. You know how to express yourself clearly and assertively, and you know how to conduct a dialogue with respecting the other party, and this will obviously make you stand out in group discussions or projects, even if you aren't a great public speaker, because there are people who are more introvert and they don't really like to stand up and talk. Your wisdom will enable you to express yourself elegantly and clearly, I mean like an adult, and this is a huge asset considering your younger peers who are just starting to understand communication customs and fairly just getting acquainted to social norms of communication. My fifth reason, and actually this is my personal favorite of being an adult, is the fact that we adults build real discipline. Older students have to juggle jobs, family on top of school, so scheduling and time management can be a pain, but being an adult, you know how to prioritize and how to plan, and you know how to show up even if you don't feel like it, and that consistency and resilience are exactly the type of qualities that help people succeed academically and professionally. All your daily responsibilities which have to be done, and the mere fact that you chose to go back to school, considering all the responsibilities that you have in the world already, teach you how to show up for yourself. Lacking the social pressure that younger students might have will definitely make you understand that this is your choice and you need to be there because you want something better in life. And this will push you towards remaining disciplined throughout the process, because the only person that you are going to have to impress in this whole experience is yourself. In this scheme, we have no parents, we have no loved ones, we have no society, we have no friends. We are showing up only for ourselves. This is our choice. So whether we are going to be disciplined or not depends only on us and only on our personal reasons. My sixth reason why I consider that being an older student is actually an advantage is the fact that we are better networkers. As adults, we understand social dynamics better than we did in our teens or in our 20s. So we actually connect with our classmates, our professors, and even industry professionals with more confidence and authenticity, because at this age, I don't think that networking is about impressing people anymore. It is about genuine exchange of ideas and about mutual respect. For me, networking means gaining real connections that will genuinely help me get closer to reaching my goals after I graduate. As reason 7, I had to bring up emotional intelligence, because this is something that differentiates an adult from a young adult. As an adult, you are better at reading the room that you enter in. You somewhat feel and sense when somebody is stressed or somebody is struggling, or in some cases is being left out. So emotional intelligence is going to give you an empathetic approach towards these people, and this will make you a more grounded and more supportive classmate. I think in the era of everybody's mental health declining, this is a very important aspect. But emotional intelligence is also at greater use when it comes to your professor-student relationships. So I think emotional intelligence overall helps you more with fitting in. Even if we are talking about a younger group of people, it is also going to give you a better position when it comes to academic relationships, and that is because you reflect maturity by your mere presence. Reason 8 has to do with motivation, and as an adult, I think if you are going to go back to school, you are deeply motivated. You are likely to invest your own money, energy, and time in this decision. So this will create a level of accountability that is going to keep you pushing through even the rough days. You are not going to waste your time on waiting for someone to motivate you, because you know what is at stake. It's your own time, it's your own money, it's your own energy. And this is why older students tend to be more self-driven. You return to school with a motive. I think that motive will be in your focus throughout the whole process. Obviously, it is going to be the fuel for your motivation to graduate or to take out the best of this experience as you can. You may not realize, but the courage that you show by going back to school is going to be very inspirational for others. And this is our 9th reason why I think older students are more advantaged. And that is the fact that you inspire others without even trying. Starting over or starting again or even pursuing something new are going to inspire both your classmates and the people watching you from the sidelines. You show that it is possible to reinvent yourself, and the fact that education does not have an expiration date, and neither do people. On our first week, one of my fellow younger classmates confided in me, and she said that she cannot believe how sorry she felt for herself, and she was worried about being a student while also having a full-time job. Then she saw what I do on the daily basis, and right now she is very relieved to know that things are not remotely as bad as she thought for herself. There is always someone who is in a worse or more complicated situation than you. If that person can manage somehow to juggle all life can give to them, you can be inspired by their story. I think that as an adult, if you choose to go back to school, you definitely set an example of courage, resilience, self-respect, confidence, and hard work. In all honesty, it is not an easy thing to do. And for me, seeing that I inspired one young girl, one single person, on not giving up on her dreams, does the full compensation for what I'm doing. Our 10th and last reason is redefining success, is redefining what success looks like. When you go back to school later in life, you naturally challenge society's expectations, and honestly, this is powerful. You are going to show that progress has nothing to do with age. It is all about commitment and growth, and you literally show people that success is not inherited, it's not a lucky move, and by all means, it is not dropped in your lap. You are going to become a living proof that it's never too late to evolve, to learn, and to chase whatever really fulfills you. The whole thing resumes to the fact that you have to be confident and true to yourself to take the risk. In my opinion, if there is no risk, there is no story. I could have lived my classic, comfy life, doing my everyday stuff that I did up to the date of 22nd of September. But the reality is that I wanted more. If you seek more in life, obviously you are going to have to sacrifice and play the game hard. So my fellow older students, do not fear the next years of your non-conventional lives. It will be hard, you will often doubt yourselves, you will often doubt your capabilities, but all in all, I think that each and every one of you know how to do this. Yes, I may be close in age to half of my classmates' parents, but guess who understands anatomy and taxes? Yeah, I think that experience beats youth. So you will definitely find me mid-row taking notes with my fountain pen and crossing only my right leg on top to make the hip pain bearable. But you know what? I am still having the time of my life. And I think this is all that matters. My life does not depend on this degree. I can quit tomorrow if I wanted to. I won't disappoint anybody. I haven't played with anybody else's time, energy and money. It's all up to me and to my decisions. So I will take this as it is, and I'm going to make it an experience which only serves me and my benefits. Thank you guys for coming along this week. I really hope that you are going to leave with more information, motivation and inspiration after today's vlog. If you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to my channel to join our little YouTube family. Give this video a thumbs up and also push the notification button to know when I'm going to be posting next. If you made it this far, please comment down below what do you think are the main advantages on going back to school later in life. And until next week, take care, stay in school and see you in my next video. Bye!